Hello everyone, welcome to meditation practice, and today I would like to tell you something about meditation. So when we talk about meditation, there's many different ways that may pop up in your mind, and some of you already know what meditation is. So today, as a Buddhist monk, I would like to tell you the practice of meditation in Buddhism. And the practice of meditation, there's many different factors that you should know about meditation before you are going to learn how to meditate. I would like to give you an introduction about life. So I would like to talk about the problem, why do we have to meditate? People nowadays it's very easy to worry, to have a negative emotion, or simply stressed out. So many people have come to worry and anxious, so many things. And some people have indulgence or fall to the bad experience that cannot let go of the kind of thoughts, and that's causes stress, and it affects our health, both mental health and physical health. So today I would like to tell you about how to deal with stress or even emotion as well. Strong emotion like negative emotion, like sadness, depression, disappointment, all of these things are a mental illness. It's concerned with mentality. And for the physical illness, we can heal the body by taking medicine. And we know a lot of things about our body. The doctor and the medical science study about this body and how this function. And today's video, we are going to find out how mental works and how stress arise, and how to get rid of, how to deal with our stress. Stress is one of the mental illness that I think almost every single one of us are used to stress out, used to have that kind of stress. If we want to, like in our life, we cannot get all we want, all we hope, or all we expect. We sometimes disappoint what we expect. So when that kind of disappointment arises, and depression and the negative feeling come to us, like stress, anxiety, that kind of thing. How stress arise, how stress come to us. So in the medical science, they cannot find how thoughts function, where thoughts coming or thinking is coming up. So we don't know how this kind of thinking, the process of this kind of thinking. So that's why when we talk about the mental illness, we cannot really identify the cause of the illness. What is the cause of the illness really is, you know. So fundamentally, I think a person who understands how the mind function or how our thought function, I think that person is the Buddha. The Buddha explain about the components of life, you know. So like what is life or something? Thinking that thinking is one of the factor, the element, you know, the components that combine as life. So the Buddha divide life in 5 different factors. In 5 different factors. First, it's body. Second is consciousness or awareness. Third is feeling. Fourth is memory or perception. When we perception of memory, recognition, and the last one is thinking, imagination. So the further and these 5 things are the factors of life, and these 5 things function and become life, you know. So what we call stress thinking, it's the overthinking. When we repeat thinking something again and again, that's called stress, you know. And that stress make us have a unhealthy mentality. Yeah. The stress that arise or worry or anxiety is a process of overwhelming of the thoughts. There's a thought that is a function. The thought that function, thinking function because we have the something outside to ripen, to shock, to spark that memory from our experience, and that's called thinking. Yeah. So when we see things, we start to think, and when we hear things, we start to think. When we smell, then we imagine. Or even past experience, and the feeling that we attach on it has come to arise. So stress is from what we addicted or attach, whether the feeling that's already happened in the past or something that does not happen yet, or what we expect to happen in the future. So we attach on that kind of thinking, and we repeatedly, maybe if that is the future events, that can cause us to have an anxious anxiety and worry. If we attach something in the past, it could be depression, guilty, or sadness. Something that we miss, we feel disappointed. And something that we're going to do, we worry because we want it to happen. But when it's not happening, and we don't know what's going to happen, so that kind of worry caught us straight out. So there's the connection between past experience and the future event that we expect it to happen. Yeah. So most of us be attached on both sides, whether the experience from the past or the event that's going to happen in the future. So that's why we not the thread that we attach. So that's why we have to struggle all the time. Our mind, we cannot have a peaceful or relaxation at the present moment because we don't know how to focus on the moment, this present moment. So that is the stress that arrives. Meditation is the way to learn how to come to be with the present moment. When we practice meditation, is we come back to our present life, our present phenomena, the current situation. So what's happening to my thinking, or what happened to mind body. Observing and seeing your own thoughts, and absorbing seeing that thought and the only phenomena that's arising. Yeah. Sometimes you worry, even we sometimes feel, we sometimes worry is not a strange thing or weird or something. And actually, when we acknowledge that we are worried, and we step back and see that who worry, instead of being that kind of worriness or become a person who's sad, and see at yourself what's happening, whatever emotion. That is the way learning how to be with the present moment. So the basic or the fundamental practicing meditation, firstly we need a trance-quality meditation. Firstly, you can use any technique. You don't have to sit down and practice yourself. You don't have to sit and cross legs like a monk. You can sit quietly and to calm down your emotion. You cannot really practice when you have such a strong emotion. So that's why trance quality or concentration meditation, we need to learn at the beginning, initial. So there's many different ways to practice to learn how to calm down our mind. And that is the beginning of the practice. You can use any technique. Maybe you can practice with your breath, following, like observing your breath in and out. Like for example, if you want to know that what happened, if you have such a strong emotion, take a deep breath. And you slowly release your breath. Just a couple times, and you will find your emotion, your feeling get calmer and calmer. So when your feeling get calmer and calmer, now you have time, you have the space to think of, to see things what happening, especially your thoughts. And you find stress is come from overthinking. Now you can see your thinking more clearly. And now you're not the person who's thinking, but you are the one who observing a person who is thinking, rather become a person who's thinking a lot. So this is the way coming practice of insight meditation, to see things happening. So that's why trance quality or concentration meditation at the beginning is required to practice. So if you're not familiar with practicing with the breath, you can do anything that allow you to have a calmer state of mind or concentrated mind, simply concentrated mind. For example, if you want to calm down yourself, your mind, or your overthinking, like you just simply acknowledge what's happening in your body, like while you're walking, observing while you're walking, and when you're sitting, or whether you're sitting, you're standing, you know you're standing. Then observing the body, observing the body. Actually, observing the breath is a main practice that the Buddha guide people to practice. Observing the breath, it will allow you to have a better awareness, especially your body. When you practice concentration meditation, you take a deep breath, and you slowly let go of the thoughts. The stress that arrives and actually is from the overthinking. The overthinking, actually, we too much care. We care too much about our own thoughts, and then it's become the stress. So the way to get rid of the stress, we have to change our intention. Because sometimes we focus too much on our thinking and repeat thinking the same story actually. It's a story maybe in the past story, or maybe something that is not happening yet. And repeatedly thinking this kind of story again and again in our head, and it's become stressed out. So that's why to get rid of this kind of stress, we have to change our intention. Intention here maybe in Buddhism, maybe we can call it mindfulness, simply mindfulness, or in Pali called sati. Sati is like move your intention. So rather you focus on your own thoughts, now move your intention to your body. Simply move your intention and your body to your breath. So where you should pay attention on. So the center point that you should focus on could be on your abdomen, or what happening, observing what happening on your abdomen when you breathe in and breathe out. Or simply, firstly, what's posture you're having now. That is the beginning. You're walking, you're standing, you're sitting, or you're laying down. After you acknowledge the existence of this body, or what posture it is stand, then move your intention what's happening to this body. And you take a deep breath for one, and maybe hold it for a while, and observing what's happening in your thoughts. So this is the way. Thought is still there, thinking is still there, but we just turn the intention. We do not pay or give any importance on it. This is the way to shift your intention to your body. This is the technique that we how to reduce your stress or overthinking. Then when you come to concentrate on your body, on your breath, now the awareness on your body and your awareness, the awareness on the breath is stronger, and it's clearer and clearer. When you are able to observe this body and your breath clearer, now the thinking is no longer It's no longer powerful. It's no longer have the influence of any. Maybe at the beginning, because you repeat it again and again, as it become bigger and bigger. Now, when you shift your intentions, now become finer and finer and gradually fade away. Yeah. So when your awareness of your body is stronger, now thinking cannot harm or can cause any emotion in you. Yeah. So that is the beginning, how to change your intention. Change your intention to the breath. Now when you already have the first technique is the breath, and the second technique is to scan your body, body scanning. Body scanning is to aware the existence of this body. So it is still the foundation is still on the body. So observing what happening in particular in specific part of your body. But basically we can observe, like for example, how to aware or scan your body. So you just like hang up your hand like this, and aware of the existence of your hands. It's like when you're scanning and you slowly close your eyes. Yeah. Maybe you don't have to touch your screen. You don't have to touch the skin. You just like compromisely observing and go along with your hand. The intention in moving like this. Yeah. And your arm and your elbow, your hand, and your finger. It could be any sensation that may arise in your body. Now, like you can start with maybe at your nose when you're breathing in and breathing, observing what's happening, the lower part of your nose, like in the upper part of your lips. When you breathe in and breathe out, observing, maybe it could be the temperature. Sometimes it could be warm or it could be cold. And that is a beginning of moving intention here. Then after you have here, then slowly move the intentions to your head. So in every part of your body, start from your head. Observing any feeling that may arise in your body from your head. And come down to your face. So another kind of practicing, improving or turn your intention is we call it relaxation. How can you check yourself that now you have a peaceful mind? You check your relaxation. You have now your body relaxed or not. So you can check like your face, for example. And if you find you feel relaxed, you do not tense any part of your body, you can check. Or maybe you just smile. If you can smile, that means you feel relaxed. Scanning, and actually it's about to aware of every single part of your body, maybe from your face down to your ears, left, and down your neck, your shoulder. Now come your shoulder and your arms, elbows, and slowly moving your intention along. So when you already scan through every single part of your body, down to your feet, and from your feet scanning up to your head, two direction. from head to feet and from feet to head. This is the basic, the fundamental of improving awareness. So now when you take a deep breath, aware of the entire body, or maybe when you breathe in and breathe out, you feel that the breath is not only from your nose coming in and out. It's not about only breathing in and breathing out at your nose, but every single part of your body also feel when you breathe in what's happening. Like you feel like the air is come like through your skin or something like that. That is stronger. We call it a stronger awareness, and your awareness become clear. So when you have stronger and stronger, you will have a clear comprehension of your body. When you have a clear comprehension of your body, now the thought automatically stop without trying to control, stop your thinking. You see, if you pay attention strong enough on your body, now the thought automatically stop by itself. You don't have to try to stop that kind of overthinking. Yeah. So this is the way how to deal with stress. To deal with stress, and how meditation benefits with our life. Because stress can cause many diseases actually. So it can cause any kind of diseases. Because when you feel stressed, when you worry or stressed out, the body, it will affect the body, and your immune system become worse. So that's why we have to pay attention on our feeling or our emotion, and meditation can help this, strengthen your mind, how to have a peaceful mind, and this kind of peaceful mind, of course, it's allowed us to be able to work effectively and productively. So that's why practicing meditation here is about training how to be mindful and focused. So to focus mind is a mind that suitable for working. And you have already known about how we practice meditation. So when we practice meditation, actually, maybe you may have seen many people sit cross-legged and practice. Actually, cross-legged is a very traditional ways of sitting or practicing. But it's not that really necessary to have that posture, and actually you can practice breathing exercise in any posture actually. But if you want to practice with the cross-legged, it will be good. It will be easier to be able to improve your concentration and to have a better precision, because when you sit cross-legged, you tend to sit longer. Because when you sit cross-legged in the right position, it will allow your body to relax and comfortable. And when there's no such a strong feeling, because when you sit longer and longer, some people find it's painful, and they can no longer continue practice. So that's why initially find the right posture to make sure that you can sit longer. So now we are going to practice meditation together. That the technique that I gave you recently about practicing meditation. So today we're going to practice a breathing exercise. So to practice the breathing exercise, firstly find your position, your posture, and still you find that it is the most stable position that you can have, and the most comfortable position that you can have. And then after you already have the right position, now you just simply close your eyes. Why do we have to close our eyes? Because to avoid distraction from seeing, because our eyes is very sensitive with the form or with the light. When certain thing pass in front of you, and your eye will tend to identify and wander along with that kind of form. It could be form, color, or light. So that's why to avoid that kind of distraction, we have better close the eyes, and you'll be able to better observe your breath. And after you already close your eyes, when you close your eye, you just close your eye compromisely and softly close your eyes, like you're sleeping. When you go sleep, you don't have to tend too much on yourself, or maybe too much lazy, or too loose. Just stay calmly and relaxing, but stable. Stable. And your back should be upright. You have to sit upright, because if you sitting upright allow you to be able to breathe comfortably. Comfortably. Then after you already close your eyes, and now move your intention on your breath. And after you move your intention to your breath, move your intention to your nose, observing what happenings around here. Your face, it could be at the tip of your nose, or the lower part of your nose, or at your lips. When you breathe in and breathe out, focus on that point, that part around and at your nose. Focus on that. And at the beginning, you just take a deep breath and hold it for a while, then slowly relax and breathe out. One more time, and then breathe in, take a deep breath, hold it for a while, then slowly breathe out. Breathe in. breathe out. Okay, then you come back to the normal breath and observing when you breathe in and breathe out. So observing at your nose, surround and at your face. Your intention is on only this point first. And while you're meditating, maybe certain kind of thinking may arise. Yeah. So most of the time we don't really know, and we don't know when it's coming into your mind. So sometimes it's we are not aware of it, and still it's already wander with certain kind of thinking, and so it's take around maybe for a long time. Many people are facing with that and having that kind of experience when they come to meditate. So it's very common, it's a very normal thing that could happen when you meditate. But the way to deal with this kind of wandering thought is that the moment that you're aware your mind is wandering, you just bring your mind back to the central point, which we put on our nose here, and come back to your own breath at your nose. And again, when your mind wander again, you just do the same thing. Aware of my mind wandering, and you're aware that it's wandering. Then come back and observing, and see maybe if you are able to focus on what you are thinking. You are not that thought, only the thought that's wandering. Immediately you're aware of your own thoughts and see what's the story or what's kind of thought that's arising. Just aware, and you do not continue thinking or further or create or imagine or put more thinking on that kind of thought. The moment you're aware of that kind of thinking, you come back to your center point, the focusing point at your nose. Yeah? And if you have too much thinking that's arising, you just slowly relax your body at the beginning. Relax your face, your ear, your eyes. That's kind of, and every single part of your body, and relax. And one of the problems that may arise while you're meditating is TOEFL or sleepiness. So some people, when they meditate, and they don't know what happening. Some they feel very like sleepy. Some people, when they go to meditate, and they tend to fall asleep. And when you fall asleep, it's like your awareness is weaker, and your efforts, the energy, the experience, the inspiration doing meditation is low. So that's why you have to lift up your efforts by take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out long, using deep and long. That can help awake your mind. Maybe this process to overcome this problem, whether the restless thought or thoughtful or sleepiness, sometimes you need experience, and you will be able to identify one until you're skillful. The only way to solve this problem is only you have to, it take time. You like, maybe for the beginner, you may find that it's not easy. Of course, if you have more experience, more and more, you will be able to deal with this kind of thing more skillfully. And still, even you are a person who you are already skillful or have experience on doing meditation, it sometimes also arise and distract you sometimes. Especially restless thought. But thoughtful, maybe if you have more experience, more and more, this kind of thing will reduce by itself. You will be able to aware of this kind of, when it starts to fall asleep, your awareness will the reminder we call the experience you have practicing will help you what you should do, how to deal with this kind of feeling when it arrives. So the thoughtful or sleepiness, it arises when we don't have the inspiration to practice meditation, or it sometimes could be your body. Maybe if after you having too much food, and your body is working so hard, especially like the digestive system, your stomach working too hard, and that's caused you to have lower energy than your brain. So this is the cause from the body. Maybe it's not about the mind, but it's about the body. Then after having food, or maybe when you are going to practice meditation, you should not have too much food, or should not very full. So that's allow you awake when you practice meditation. In this point, it can help prevent from thoughtful or sleepiness. And you just continue and simply take a deep breath and focus on your nose. Again, when your breath become lighter and lighter, maybe you may sometimes cannot find your own breath. And now you just shift your intentions aware of your sitting position. Just aware that now you're sitting and aware of like any particular part of your body. It could be on your face, on your head, and your or the entirety of your body. Or maybe you can use a scanning technique to scan from your head and slowly move from part to another part of your body and slowly scanning down and still to reach your feet. Then start from your feet and slowly scanning up to your head. Okay, then after you finish your practice and you just move your intentions aware of your position, aware of the entirety of your body and your breath, and relax your mind and relax your body and dedicate your good deed, your meditation, maybe to yourself, to feel thankful of your own bodies and your own self. Then dedicate to this kind of goodness, and share the loving kindness that you have on yourself, you have on your bodies and mind, and spread and extend this energy to other living beings around you. And this we call it Metta Bhavana or loving kindness meditation. So if you are able to practice, and we practice this kind of Metta Bhavana after doing meditation, so that's allowed us to learn how to share the energy to other living beings. So that is the technique that how we can learn how to deal with our stress, or how to reduce the stress. So if you want to practice meditation or other kind of technique, you can find the further technique that I have already mentioned in another video. So there's many different ways how to practice to have the state of the peaceful mind. So hopefully today you have already learned how to apply meditation and the right way how to apply and how to deal with your stress, because in this time it is very necessary people to practice how to take care of their mind. Hopefully this video will be useful and helpful. I learn how to be with the present moment, and learn how to share with other people. Thank you for watching.